Okay, my next section is graphing systems of inequalities, which is what we did yesterday. We are graphing two of these on the same graph. Now I'm going to use two different colors. It makes it easier for me to show you guys. Just again, make sure that when you find your solution area that you color it in extra dark so that I know that you understand. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start this first one in green. We have y is greater than or equal to 3/4 x minus 4. So my slope is going to be 3/4. That's up 3 and right 4. My y-intercept is minus 4. Greater than means up. The extra line beneath it means solid. So I'm going to graph this line right now. My y-intercept is negative 4. I'm going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second line, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's my line. Okay, it's solid, so I can go ahead and use my badge to make a straight line here. Just like that. It is shaded up, which is most of the graph. Okay, so there's my first area. The second one, again, is already solved. I'm going to use my red pen for this one. My slope is negative 2. Remember, if we're doing slope, we're going to go ahead and put that over 1. So we can do rise over run. The negative 2 on top tells me we're going to go down 2. The bottom one tells me we're going to go right 1. My y-intercept is plus 5. There we go. So I'm going to start by going to the center and up 5 spaces. There's my y-intercept. My slope is down 2 and right 1. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. All the way across. I'm going to go back this way one as well. Now, I neglected to point out here that this is less than. Less than means down. And it's only less than, which means this will be a dotted line. So I'm going to go ahead and make a dotted line out of these red points. Okay, there's my dotted line. Shaded down. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky with some of these. This is a very steep line. So any way you graph it, it's going to look like left or right. What you want to do is you want to pick the y-intercept here, okay? And then if I go straight up, that's up. If I go straight down, that's down. Now it says down, so I'm going to graph this direction, downward. Now this encompasses all of this area over here, okay? So it's going to look like this. Now the solution area for something like this is going to be the area that is shaded by both colors. So you can see there's an area over here that's only red, there's an area over here that's only green, there's an area over here that has no shading, and then this big chunk on the left-hand side is shaded by both. Now, even for me, and I did this, it's kind of difficult for me to see. It takes a little bit of focus. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I make this extra dark. I'm going to put a whole other color in there just to show that this area here, this is my solution area. Okay. Now, this is my solution area. It's pretty obvious that's the part that jumps out. Okay. If you just do all the same and you're just using pencil, it's very difficult to tell unless you make it extra dark. So that's what I want you to do. On to the second one. We have another system. This system is not solved for y, so we have to do that work ourselves. For the first one, we have 4x minus 2y is less than x, or less than 6. First step is going to be to subtract 4x from both sides, which will give me negative 2y is less than negative 4x plus 6. And then I need to get rid of this negative 2. I'm going to divide everything by negative 2. Now, when I divide by a negative, this becomes a y. This negative 4 divided by negative 2 becomes a positive 2x. 6 divided by negative 2 becomes a negative 3. The trick here is that every sign changes, including the inequality in between. So this goes from being less than to being greater than. Okay. My slope is now 2 over 1. That's up 2, right 1. My y-intercept is negative 3. Because my sign is greater than, that means I'm going to be shading up. And it's only greater than without the extra line underneath. It is going to be a dotted line. So I'm going to go ahead and graph that over here. Down 3, My slope is up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1, all the way across the graph, and then down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. It's a dotted line. There's my dotted line. Okay, and it's shaded up. Again, look at your y-intercept, and if I were to go up, it would be this direction. So all of this area above is going to be shaded. Okay, so that's the first line. The second line is a much easier one to solve for. All we need to do here is divide everything by 3. So this will cancel out, leave me with just y. 2 over 3x will simplify to 2/3 x. Negative 9 divided by 3 becomes minus 3. Here, because we divided by a positive number, none of our signs change. So it's going to remain greater than or equal to. Okay, my y-intercept, or so my slope is going to be 2 over 3, which means I'm going to go up 2 and right 3. My y-intercept is going to be negative 3. Sorry, that was my slope. Now, greater than means up. Greater than or equal to means it's going to be a solid line. So I'm going to use red on this one. I should have used red for my math, but you know, forgetful. So I'm going to go down to negative 3. Look, they're the same y-intercept. Okay. My new slope is going to be up 2, right 3, up 2, right 3, and then I run out. Down 2, left 3, down 2, left 3. Okay, so there's my new line. The y-intercept, or sorry, the line is solid, so I'm going to draw a line through all of this. Solid line, and it is also going to be up. So I'm going to shade up. Okay, and this is one of the tougher ones to see. If you look down here in this little sliver, this is only blue. This little sliver up here is only red. This is blank, which means that it's this weird looking sort of quadrilateral thing up here in the top left corner that's going to be the solution. It's really difficult to see unless you make it easy. So I'm going to go ahead and shade all of this stuff in here. Just a little extra dark so you can see that the answer is between these lines up here in this corner. Okay, so make sure that you make it very plain where your answer is. One more break and we'll go to the last page.